So as Alonso is finishing this blessing, and we offered the meal chant actually last night, I'd like to also invite us to offer it again in the chanting style that is more melodious than the said way. So. Earth, water, fire, and space combine to make this food. Numberless beings take their lives and labors that we may eat. May we be nourished, that we may nourish life. Earth, water, fire, air, and space combine to make this food. Numberless beings take their lives and labors that we may eat. May we be nourished, that we may nourish life. Earth, water, fire, air, and space combine to make this food. Numberless beings take their lives and labors that we may eat. May we be nourished, that we may nourish life.
So, Sangitamo, good morning. That's the Tewak reading. Good morning. Muy buenos días, les de Dios. God give thee a good day. Good morning. I have to laugh every time I use that. Muy buenos días, le de Dios. That's a really old-timey thing. Only old-timers always used to do that. And our good neighbor and friend, Don Usner, who lives just to the east of us, reminded me of that story. One time he was walking on the old plaza of Chimayo, and he says to this old man, Buenos días, señor so-and-so. And the old man said to him, Buenos días, dice el diablo, para no mencionar a Dios. Good morning, says the devil, so as not to mention God. So, you know, it's funny, but in a way, it's what I'm going to invite us to think about today, to really call to mind all the energies we practice with. What is this God force, this grandmother energy, the ancestors that we started with on Wednesday, really looking at that piece. And in the spirit of that, I brought with us some other wonderful ancestors in addition to all these incredible seeds which we will be planting together. I brought this ancient metate that is a Native American one going back to my Picuris roots and ancestry. And I brought, as usual, Grandmother Dominguez's metate, which we have used many, many years prior to grind the corn. And then, of course, how could we forget our ancestors and our dear brothers and sisters to the south, an ancient Maya metate. So it's a Maya metate, 3 legs, 3 stones in the garden.
I feel sorry for the one who carried it this whole way.
It's a heavy one. And in the spirit too of these ancestors, I also brought another old friend, also immortalized here in stone from the Maya world, the little corn cob with the bean vaina together. They are joined kind of for eternity together. And you may know that these two together make a perfect protein. the body. So, they knew that. Somehow they knew that. And so I bring it here to remind us of what togetherness can do. We bind together, we bind things together to allow us strong. And then I have incredible old cuaderno that comes down from my family, going back to at least the 1850s. And it's kind of an unusual document. Of course, the Spanish were very incredible note takers or, keepers of history and knowledge. And right here in this book, of course, is this amazing record of seeds, Presentes, yo como testigo, so and so. May you all present here know that I, so and so, am borrowing these seeds from the collection of the Holy Rosary Church in Truchas, and I promise to pay back these seeds, the wheat, the alberjon, the peas, right? And I promise to pay in these amazing old measures so many fanegas or almures of the grain. And here we have one such almur, this box here. It's not for adobes. And it has the, I think, FS there. I collected it probably in high school from a person by the name of Felipe Sandoval. 12 of these almures make one fanega. And these were the measures. The ancient measures come to us from the Moors, right? Who you may know helped the Spanish in Spain to irrigate and, algebra and medicine. And, we come from a long, wonderful, beautiful history. And just like Alonso was reminding us last night that on this earth, there are two really incredible energies, that energy that allows life to sprout up, to go toward the heaven. And when it's done its work, it falls over and back down to the earth. And I'm reminded of that very thing in this cuaderno, because right here, amidst all the seeds promised to be paid in perpetuity, decade after decade, are the births and deaths of my family and community. My great-grandfathers died on this day. My great-grandmother died of this thing on that day. And then here too, just because it's kind of wonderful, a name you will know, 1968. They killed Martin Luther King today. He will be buried, and he was taken to Atlanta, Georgia.
Historia.
Robert F. Kennedy is in here too. Let me respectfully remind you, life and death are of supreme importance. Time passes quickly, and opportunity. Let us wonder your life. And lastly, before I turn it over to my dear friends, I want to call to mind the beautiful Tonantzin or Guadalupe that is here in the hearth, gracing Upaya once again after being in storage for some years. You might know that the story of the Guadalupe, she's considered the patron of the Americas. She's, of course, Kuan Yin. She's Kanzeon. She's the Earth Mother, right? And a little bit about her incredible iconography. You might know that the Aztec people worshipped the sun. But here, in a way, she is obscuring the sun. Do you see the sun is behind her? Her resplendor is because she is obscuring the sun. And she stands on a black moon. Why a black moon? That's that's a solar eclipse. She's eclipsing, and the cord at her belly lets you know she's pregnant. Endless possibility. Mm-hmm. She's pregnant. She's with life, right? Life is right here amongst us. And then she's cloaked. She's cloaked in this incredible, the stars, the heavens. She is everything. She's the universe. She's the universe. Yeah. And in this, you can just make out that in her knee is bent. But I think this is so incredible and wonderful. In the original in Mexico City, which is still there, visited by millions of people every year, she's not standing statically. She's actually standing in a position of dance, because for ancient peoples, prayer is dance. And Roxanne can maybe tell us about that, right? We're not static. We're not stiff. We're dancing. As Alonso reminds us, this dance of life. How are we moving? How are we in the rhythm of things? And there she is reminding us beautifully that example. So with that, I want to pass on to my sister Roxanne, and maybe she can tell us a bit about her way. This is the first time she helps us plant here in this garden, but maybe bring us some wisdom from your way in the planting. Yeah.
I guess the first thing I want to do is just open with a little prayer from our good morning prayer that we do, something similar to this, which is just basically honoring the day, thanking the universe for the day and for giving us all the days we have, and to hopefully give us more days. And just in the asking for a good day, we're also asking, when you ask for something good, it's seen as asking for medicine, for life is medicine. So it's wonderful to be able to participate today in the gardening event here, because every time I come here, I feel very at home and feel very much like, oh, they get it. What we're always talking about is like, oh yeah, they're doing exactly the thing we talk about all the time to do. And that is to, walk with thoughtfulness and walk with respect and care, and know that, as the wonderful prayer you guys did, the song, the acknowledging what has been given to us and what we give back to, that we continue the nourishing forward. And so the prayer is, our prayers are very similar in that it's saying thank you, and we will reciprocate by behaving in a good way, so that all has medicine, all has life. So imbia kindi jiantara ko o ki ka je matuen kutawa hade ne rat ki we tap to make it a heginang he wori an sharing ko herang ho ne eta he walking pundi ding a ying nambi navitoa te he and da ove he ha ami navitoa in woatsi he ove meani kuta nambi woatsi ha ki ping pe chang pe a kom pe rang pe makoa nang so genuke Eni hera o pari we pi nang hatung of eto hamba I jung not jong and boy sima ye pare e we rebo takiri boy vi siki ami hera ibi aking ami hera ibi hege ami herang ho ne upaya he walking punti ku dawa ha di siki ang hera ho. So what I would like to add to the wonderful conversation is just in the same alignment. It's like we think of that when we go into planting time, it is a very special time in that the mother is going to become impregnated, and we are going to put the seeds in her. And oftentimes we see things very much as a sort of a male-female gender kind of thing, and it's like you have the mother, and we're going to ask her to receive our seeds. And oftentimes, men need to be part of the seed part, because they are the seed part of giving life. And the mother is the one that holds it and then nurtures it into life. She is the doorway to life. So we put that aspect in. Oftentimes we make sure that even if you're a female and you are going to plant your seeds, sometimes I go find a male, even my grandsons, and say, put your breath into it, hold it for a minute, touch it for a minute, because it knows you. This part knows the male. And then the earth, I ask the women always, it's like, you take your shoes off and feel the earth and connect to her, because you are asking her to open up, because you are the female part. You are the one to receive this seed, and hopefully we grow life from that. So I'm very honored to be part of this. Thank you.
Thank you, Roxanne. I'm just reminded of the poetics of, language is so amazing. And as you talked about the female part, in Spanish, the uterus in Spanish is called la matriz. Matriz means matrix. It means beginning. That's the beginning. We come from right there. Yeah, the beginning. Dear Alonso.
And we speak of beginnings. This kitchen is a place of beginning. It's a place of nourishment. It's a place of care. We feed our bodies, and so it's beautiful that we have on the table here representations of that place of beginning, the hearth, the place that brings fire into the house, it brings life into the house. And I'll talk to you more about the hearth. We also placed the hearth in our garden. So you'll see the representation of the hearth as the three stones of creation. Those are the place where the sky is born, where creation occurs. That's also represented in our traditional brasero, our incense burner. So we have three little nubbins that are organized in a triadic form. This is where life begins. So fire is very essential in that process. Fire represents the sun. We bring the sun to our place of growing, place of planting. So I would like to just share a little prayer that actually my mother translated from the Tzeltal, my father's language, just as a beginning to our planting. I think it is appropriate for some of the thoughts that we just shared, especially what Roxanne shared about the female and male. This idea of bringing our seeds into the earth. So, with your permission. Here we gather once again. Here we are before you once again, our mother, our earth. Help us today in our efforts. Be with us as we begin our labors. We bring once again our little ones. We bring once again our little bones. We bring you our good seeds. Here is our corn. Here are our beans. Here's our squash. Here's our chile. We are here with our ancestors, our grandmothers, our grandfathers. Strong hearts, with hopeful hearts. Soften your soil to receive our seeds. Show us your blessed grace. Bring forth your abundance. Make us new sprouts. In the power of your fertile palm, with all of our hearts, with all of our prayers, accept this humble sowing. We thank you for our little ones. We thank you for our lives, our mother, our earth. Your beauty opens our eyes.
Mm. Mm. And lastly, dear friends, as we make our way process in a moment, I'm reminded by this little treasure just sitting before me here, this chili bowl from Santo Domingo Pueblo. This idea that as we manifest many beautiful blessings and things today, this little spirit line in the top of the bowl is not completed. Do you see? There's a little line there. Made the bowl in the bowl. Nor can we keep whatever we think we're gaining or getting. We're eager, we want more, we want dividends. But as Roshi has reminded me, love cannot be banked. It rots. It has to be given out. And so, as we say in the Zen way, may the merits of this practice benefit all beings everywhere throughout space and time. Okay, so where is our master of the procession? Maybe we can start with the seeds. Someone can carry some corn. Who would like to carry some corn?
And if you're in the band of joy,
Yeah.
you can come outside with me and we'll be leading.
Okay. And then maybe, Cinco, you can help to distribute some of these objects out to who would like, beans and seeds. Maybe someone strong to carry this metate. Okay, yeah, wonderful. Oh, please do. Maybe someone to carry the almur. And then please feel free as called, to take some of these plantings. This almur is great. The tools that we will use. And we will start to line up outside in that fashion. And then coming up, the tail end will be Roshi, Alonso, Roxanne, and myself. Okay.
One thing I should mention is
Yes.
that the corn sprouts that you see here are popcorn. It's a red popcorn that I don't think they should be planted in the garden with the other corn.
All right, then we leave
We'll leave them here and we'll plant them maybe in the lower garden. Yeah.
Wonderful.
And
Okay. Yeah. Who wants to carry some amaranth? Who wants to carry some mammoth sunflowers? Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let's see. What is this? Lakota squash. Who wants to carry the clay implements? We're going to be working with clay today too in the garden.
so hand out these planting sticks.
Sure. Who wants to carry some blue corn? And then maybe someone would just take charge to pass out the tools all around. Who wants to carry the chili bowl?
Would you like to carry a planting stick?
I'm going to take this out, yeah?
Okay.
Who would like to carry this smaller metate? Got that? Okay, that's heavy.
Like Roxanne.
At the start of the tail end. The tail end. So yeah, so yeah. So once we get everybody lined up, I think Senko is lining everybody up, yeah? Yeah.
These are
Okay.
chiles. So somebody want to carry chiles?
So maybe we can begin moving out that follow at the tail end. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Folks over here, we could start a couple lines, especially on your side of the garden. Please don't stand on the spot. Once again we ask our Father, the Son, Mother, the the earth to receive these seeds, these little bones that we plant again in the ground. We ask for our children, our families, those that are sick, those that are suffering. May these seeds rise and be born in good health to feed the needy, to give us our sustenance and allow us to continue another year. That we may be back here again and renew this process again. We pray for all the life on this planet, everything that's suffering right now. I ask that all of you, at some point in this process, to put a little prayer down for us, for the loved ones in your life, for those that are sick in your family, for those that are suffering. May this earth heal all those wounds. May the earth cure all those illnesses. Thank you all for being here. Thank you.
And I'd like to offer a prayer to all those in our extended community who are unsheltered and who lost their place of shelter in a decision that the city made. We will find a way to continue to feed those in our community who are unhoused. And I offer a prayer to all the hungry children and men and women in Gaza. So many weeks without aid, so many bombs destroying their communities. I call on behalf of all of us for an end to all wars, to all genocides. All of the resources dedicated to militarism could be dedicated to all of life. Let these resources be directed toward the heart of our world. And finally, to the indigenous communities, particularly in our country, since we are here who have suffered the brutality of a genocide that is just beginning to be understood. May we learn from these communities and rematriate whatever we have taken from them. May all this be so and come to pass now.
Fire is hot, water is wet, wind moves, and the earth is dense. Let us call to mind all the energies that make life possible here and now. we will be planting the corn, the beans, the squash, and the amaranth. We thought it appropriate, since we had Roxanne here today, to start with the corn. And we're standing amid corn mounds. And maybe I invite you, Roxanne, to speak a little bit about corn and how you plant it and what you think of it and what the corn brings us.
Thank you all for all your prayers, because we're all here in prayer today. And I brought two little things. I was coming here and I thought I gotta take something that's significant that I wanted to share. I brought a little fetish bear, and I brought the fetish. The bear for us is strength. It's medicine and strength. And so I wanted to bring strength, not just for all of us, but for the plants we plant in here, for, like Roshi said, all those that are needing strength right now in their lives, in their bodies, in our world. Our world needs some strength, not bully strength, good strength, strength that is full of love and care for each other. And so I brought the bear to remind us and to bring us some strength, all of us. So let's collectively put in that prayer, because that brings more strength in numbers. I also brought one of my turkey's feathers. And turkeys are very special. All things are special, but I want to point out the specialty of turkeys in that they are both land and air birds. They don't fly very often, but they can fly. They like to stay on the ground wandering around. But because of that, they have a really wonderful connection to both earth and air. And so they are like the heart place between the mother and the father, between spirit and our body selves here. And so as we plant, I wanted to also bring the reminder of, like, as we honor the earth and plant seed in the earth, we are also asking that the sun shine good on us, that the clouds and the rain come and water us, that we continue to have good relationship between all the forces. And so bring that too. And as a group, let's put that prayer out there so that we can be strong and make good connections in every way around us.
Could someone bring some corn? I don't know if this is the corn we're going to plant inside. But we have it perfectly already in your hand.
Yep.
Yeah. This one here
Let's
is
make sure, because
yeah. Get it.
Ask the doctor.
okay. Wonderful. So
Perfect. So you.
I'm gonna just bless our little altar thing, and just want Roshi's breath on this, just because we love you. Your prayers. And to all of you, taking a deep breath and let it out. We'll feed them. So corn, you asked me to speak of corn. I put cornmeal on our little bear and turkey. Corn for Pueblo people is talked about as our grandmothers, as our mothers. Corn is a mother entity, and she comes to us to take care of us. and teach us how to be in community. All the kernels that are on a cob are in a community. So she helps us remember how to be together in a good way. And of course, then she nurtures us tremendously. We are corn people. And so corn's super important. And we planting this
Yeah.
this supai corn is originally from the Havasupai people in the bottom of the Grand Canyon. They're Pueblo people. They're like Pueblo people that were living in the bottom of. They still are living down there, but they're in they're in rough conditions now. But I came across some of their seed because they had given some of their seed to Hopi. Hopi then ended up giving me some seed. I've been growing it out for a long time, and selected actually the sweet kernels, which here has been one of the places that the Hopi sweet corn, the Havasupai Hopi sweet corn, has been gaining life and momentum, and now we have good seed because of you guys taking care of it here. And so this time we wanted to bring the original supai seed and help it get some strength and good connection again into the world. And so this is, very precious seed. They're not GMO'd with all the chemicals and stuff. They are our old seeds of the Southwest. So thank you.
You want to plant some in the earth?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, and Roxanne, maybe you could tell us just about your way of planting, and then after that we'll kind of break up into different projects. But if we can learn just your way of
All right. Well, this is a wonderful, wonderful garden area with the mounds. You got the good dirt then in the mounds here. I see that we got some good watering systems. There's many ways to grow. I do all kinds of different kinds of planting. I do waffle gardens, which is sort of the opposite of this, where you take sort of dip it down so that it's collecting and holding the water more instead of having it run off. You don't get as good nice soil as these mounds, but these mounds are really nice to do a community on. And our communities often are around corn, beans, and squash, but they could be other things. I love making what I call guilds, or a community, a home. So corn, if you think about the aspect of corn, it grows tall. So, if you put it right up here, I like to do it so that then its roots can go down in there, and it becomes sort of the structure the other plants can gather around. Again, a mother aspect. Being, the center of life that flows all around her. And she will help strengthen the plants that want to climb up her, shade some of them during certain parts of the day, and be just this incredible strength in the center. So that's how I would plant these ones.
Yeah, yeah. Please maybe show us how you do it. I'm reminded every time we plant seeds, my grandfather, when he would plant what we call the Spanish pumpkins or the winter wheat or the corn, he always took 3 seeds in each hole, and he would say in Spanish, uno para mí, uno para vos, y uno para los animalitos de Dios. Did you understand? One for me, one for you, and one for the creatures of God's creation.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
I take usually 4.
Okay. Well, good.
But very similar.
Yeah, good.
Similar. It's wonderful. The similarities. Oh, look at that.
And we have life already.
You do got life going on.
These are squash.
Those are squashes.
This is our compost that we make. So we throw all our food leftovers. in this particular compost, you may see filaments,
Hairs.
grayish filaments, and these are the hair from a deer that unfortunately sacrificed himself on Dia de Guadalupe.
The 12th of December.
Yeah, it was unfortunate accident that I had with a deer, but we were able to make use of him. It was a beautiful buck, and we made a drum. We made lots of chile. We made tamales. So he's been feeding us, and now he's feeding the earth as well. And so when you work with the soil, you'll come across him and just thank him for his part in the blessing of the soil as well. And as you can see, it's doing really nicely. So I'll hand out some of these little sprouts to people, and we can maybe take them to the squash garden as well.
And then we're gonna do squash in here too, right?
You want to do
The
squash?
squash is over there. The beans are in the end. The amaranth and sunflowers are on the outside, and these are the corn mounds.
I'm just wondering if
But we
this,
can plant it
I
how
would
we
love
want.
some gills here.
Yeah.
That would be
Please?
So
so,
maybe
Yeah.
these we can save here.
yeah.
Should we?
Sure.
Should we
You plant a corn on top. Put some of those on the side.
Go for it, Roxanne. Do it.
Yeah, and Alonso, if you want to add anything about how plant corn or corn.
Well, corn, the tradition of agriculture and corn planting is a long, long one. And who brought the little a bowl that has the diamonds and patterns on it? It has a little, it's a seed bowl that is a Hopi seed bowl. Did it come? Oh, I wanted to show you really quickly this one because this was brought.
Feel good, huh?
Yeah, it does.
Thank you, Simko. This in this bowl or in this pot are the ancient ancestors of corn. These are little teosinte cobs, and so these were the precursor to corn. These are the grandmother of corn, and these, as you can see, they grow very differently from corn. But
More like a grass, like a grass.
it's more like a grass. And so the ancient peoples, they took this grass and selected it and possibly crossed it with other grasses to make what we have today as a corn. And so I wanted to bring this as well because this is our grandmother corn. And this came from the gardens of Wendy in California.
Wonderful.
Last year we planted a little bit of this here, but I think it came together with your other corn.
Just mercy.
And so today we have examples of that corn that are a little bit different. Each time they start growing bigger and bigger, and they change their pattern of the cob. So maybe this time we won't plant them here.
We
Unless-
often in the field will put a teosinte, just one, even way at the corner like that, because
Okay.
the thought is it's always important because that is the grandmother corn, and you need to always remember where you come from. And if the corn forgets where she comes from, that's not good either.
Yeah.
Because when we lose our ancestry, when we lose where we come from, we are orphans, we are lost. So the corn too needs to be remembered.
Uh-huh. That reminds me of, so you might wonder, each year I wear this red sash to this ceremony. The red sash is symbolic of the bloodline, where we come from. Those of you who did Jukai, many of you here, you follow and you trace with red, don't you? From the Buddha's ancestry all the way down to yourself. Same as this, or in the kilts in the terroir world, right? The white field coming from the north, the bloodline, where we come from, our mother, right?
Actually, it starts with Mahapashpati
Yeah,
and Prajnaparamita on top.
right.
She is the source of all the Buddhists.
Maybe with your permission, we'll plant some of this today.
Yeah, even just one
Just
kernel
one. Okay.
is to don't forget
All
your
right. We'll leave
who
this
you
right
come
here.
from.
Other things about corn,
Oh.
Alonso.
In our tradition in Mexico, we have different soils all throughout the world. In Mexico, it's a very tropical environment. And so things grow fast, but we have very thin topsoil. And so we have to prepare the soil. And so we burn, we cut down the fallow fields and set fire to it. So fire is a very important catalyst for growth in the tropics. Here we won't do that. But oftentimes when you travel down into the highlands in the mountain regions of Chiapas, Guatemala, you'll see people walking around with a staff. And these are usually a hardwood. These ones were made from the puna tree, which is mahogany. It's a very tall tree, one of the strongest trees in the jungle. And so we use these sticks as planting sticks. We call it a dibble stick in English. And the action of opening the earth is a very important one. It's a very special one because what we're doing is we're piercing the layer of soil that we're going to plant into. And so it's very symbolic what we do, even though we do it almost mechanically now. But when a person plants, he drives the stick home and then makes this action as a cross. This ensures that the earth is opening up properly. It opens up into a crevice, and the shape of that crevice is a quatrefoil. We call it a quatrefoil because it has 4 lobes. And so this is the sacred place of regenesis again. And we see that. I'll show you images of that in the ancient texts and in the ancient artwork. And this is the place where the corn god emerges. And so once again, if you have a chance to take one of these planting sticks, make your hole. What I'm not sure how deep you guys plant in Hopi.
Well, in Hopi they plant very deep, up to like deep, because they're planting in sand.
Yeah.
And sand becomes a mulch. It's different, and you don't have the mulch and you don't have the topsoil here. To get to the water, you have to go beneath the sand. So they plant very deep, and so the seeds from there are used to that condition. So our seeds are really important because they're adapted to different situations, like jungle situations or sand situations or high altitude situations. Or not all seeds work well in the same place. They get adapted, just like we got genetically adapted to location. They too are genetically adapted to their location. And so our seeds are precious in that. For here, our seeds are very drought tolerant because we don't get a lot of natural rainwater. We also have shorter growing season here. So there are shorter growing season crops. And in longer places, the corn can grow way taller. In Hopi, their corns actually grow very short, but bushy. So once they get out of the sand, then they can like burst into this little bush instead of like what you think of as a corn. It's not Iowa corn. I always plant for not just for sharing, but also because I planted my corn about this deep. And I do it in rows that I actually irrigate. So I have a sekia that runs through, and I can like water that way. And that way, hopefully they get to the water source and stay wet that deep. And then because there's 4, they help each other get out of the ground. It's not, if you one little plant trying to get up has a harder time sometimes making their way out. But if you have more, they sometimes help each other.
Oh,
And
that's beautiful.
and then come up, and then you don't have to thin them unless you plant at 10 there. That might be a issue, but maybe not. But they can be as one once they get into the sun. And then you have these, our corns usually grow so big, not Iowa corn still. But yeah, that's
One thing I noticed from last year's crop when I came to see it is full grown.
Yeah.
It was fairly tall
They were
here.
like 20 feet
I
high.
think because of
It
the
was just
see
mad.
it's
this
because of the
place.
ground and also
They
there's a lot of
probably
water.
went, oh my God, we're in an amazing place. My seed is spoiled now.
Well, one thing that I thought that I would recommend, because this had an effect because the winds are strong here. The winds tended to knock them over a little bit. And so I think maybe if we go a little deeper this time, it might be a little bit better.
Or if they're together too,
Or
they can help each
yeah.
other. Not
And
be
sometimes
weak.
even the beans will help hold them together because the vines grow around the different stalks, and so that is also a sustaining force. You know, they hold the group of corn together. And so maybe it would be wise to plant some.
So what does
seed.
the corn people want to advise here per Roshi's suggestion? Maybe we can do a community situation in the spirit of that togetherness to help us stay
I like
strong.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. And then those of you who feel drawn or called to come in and work with the corn can come and work with the corn, the beans or the squash, the on the hillside here, the sunflowers and amaranth on the other here. And Henry and friends will guide us through, and we will take our beautiful seeds from this beautiful altar that you've assembled there. I just would point out that the beautiful rug there, speaking of querencia, you know, that place that I spoke on Wednesday where that nurtures you, loves you into being. I'm reminded that my grandfather paid a cord of wood in 1942 for that rug for my grandmother, and she put it on the sofa in her house. And when I had to be put down for nap, I slept on that rug. So it's kind of wonderful to see it here being graced with the treasures of the garden. So with
So
that,
Troy?
yeah.
Keido, I'm wondering, could
Yeah.
we have both the gills and also, because one of the things that the squash bugs love are planting of squash, and we really have to manage their entry into the sort of squash world because they basically demolish it. But the beauty of the squash plant is it holds water. You know, it shades where the corn is planted. But
Yeah.
the chance of its survival is somewhat diminished from our experience without, extensive maintenance.
Let's adapt. Let's
yeah.
adapt and see and play with it and experiment how
Let's
we
do
want
squash
to do.
here, but also make gills.
Yeah, wonderful. Yeah. So with that, Henry, maybe you can start to, what calls you, and then please take good care of yourself out here. It gets hot. Go to the shade, get water, go to the bathroom, come in and out. There will be beautiful clay making vessel activities. You can learn and talk to each other and planting the guilds. We will break at some point, obviously, for lunch. I'm just giving you a little bit of housekeeping here as the day moves forward. and then we will take a rest, and then later in the afternoon we will be gathering in Taizando for a wonderful talk by Roxanne and her son Porter. And in the evening we will have a little chance for break before and to prepare for Zazen, evening Zazen, and then to dinner. Yes, Roshi.
Oh, I just wanted to say about this housekeeping. Cerro Gordo Temple, you walk in the front entrance, and on the right, you go in there and you'll find a toilet. But there are also, you know, toilets in all the buildings. So just take care of that.
And there's a beautiful stupa inside the confines
Yeah.
of this wall that you might wish to perambulate and just breathe in quietly. And, you know, as you consider the sprouts here on the earth, maybe the sprouts growing in you right now. What wants to be nourished now in you? What wants to be planted? And then even what wants to be given up? You know, what maybe do you commit to the earth to be used for something else? Yeah. Okay.
Great. So maybe Keido, I'll stand by the altar table and pass out seeds and give people the tea they can work on.
Perfect. Perfect. So, and then our resident corn experts will stand by to help this process, and I want to learn too. So,
Yeah,
yeah,
I want to see you make a guild.
yeah, me too. It's so great.
And anyone who wants to use this beautiful stick that Alonso
Yeah,
made,
my
planting
Four? Great. Join. Turner, maybe you guys can take Raul, one of our altar travels. Lydia is going to be doing a project making some ollas, which will be buried in the ground, and it's an ancient technology to irrigate and fill them up with water, and then they scoop the water into the ground. So there are six people who want to do that, and if you have ceramics experience, that's great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can follow Lydia. Next is Lark planting amaranth. We have, let's say four folks. Okay. 1, 2, 3 more people to help plant amaranth. Great, you can join Lark. And is there someone else? You want to join the amaranth? Great. So you can follow Lark. Next is sunflowers. Who would like to plant sunflowers? 1, 3, 2, great. And then the beans. So we're going to do beans on the perimeter, and then we'll also do some in the corn mounds. But for the perimeter, that'll be with Juru and Keido. So I need to. So could I have 4 people for planting? You'll be working inside the perimeter, and let me help Jeff, could you help these folks find Jerry?
Jerry's right there.
Uriel.
Fluff it up a little bit.
Uriel. You're needed. Dendo. Okay.
You're gonna do 4 amounts. Yeah.
So you could do equal distance.
Like a half foot or a foot. Yeah. Maybe demo. There we go.
Like that. Yeah.
All
And
right.
then I always stick my fist in the middle. That helps hold water longer. Okay? Because, you know, on the mounds, they tend to run off quite a bit. So allowing a little space for water to hold is helpful. And you'll see that there's numbers on the mounds, which should correspond with the number of your squash. Mine has no number.
Yeah, yeah, I'm not sure. I just know that we're gonna put 4 of 2 just 4 mounds of those each, and then 3. Who has the Lakota seats? And then who has the Buffalo seats? And then do you have the black too? Okay, I'm not. I think we can. I don't know if that's a mound. If that one's a mound, then we'll put yeah. Okay, is that a mound? That looks like good.
Yeah, because it has compost on it. So what we'll do is I'll find a shovel or a fork. And we'll build that up a little bit more compost. We can add those slight build them up a little bit.
Okay, so how about we just do like 1, 2, 3, 4? They're kind of like as a little number. Are the or should we spread them out?
Well, the last few years we've had stick labels, which is really helpful. I'll try to.
Look for a Sharpie. Absolutely. Great. That'll be nice. Yeah, I tried to remove most of it.
Yeah. Also, we're gonna space.
I don't know, it's gonna come with a shovel.
But yeah.
Do you have any, if you like, we should start on one. And we'll just see how we do it. That's Roxanne. She's okay.
So Roxanne, can you give us some guidance on the beans? How deep, how do you like to plant the beans?
I like to plant the beans, because this is the south
Yeah.
facing side. Think about like beans will climb up.
Yeah.
Beans like to climb or lean on things, they'll get it to be a bush or they'll climb. Squash will spread out. Corn will go straight up or like that. So think about the shadow and what they're going to, how they're gonna affect each other. So I like to put the bean close to the corn because it'll want to go up the corn. So the corn actually helps the bean. The squash can be further out because it's gonna spread out and shade the ground so it doesn't dry out.
Oh, no, I'm okay.
So that,
So for these mounds here, we can do corn, let's say 1 or 2,
I will put the corn all in the middle. And then I put beans on the south of the west and east side in the front. And then I will put the squash the next bean.
And what about for the perimeter, Roxanne? Because we're also gonna do beans that line the fence.
And they got the fence.
Yeah, how deep do you think?
I will plan with that.
Okay, 2 inches. How far apart do you think? Like a foot. Okay, foot. Sounds good. Are we clear? Yeah.
This,
Got it?
I made some mycelium starts to add to the soil, which will improve the life in the soil. So somebody want to open this one, and we're going to get it out, and then we're going to break it up and pass it around and just break them up and spread them into the soil here and there. And it'll spread itself. I also have some worm castings, and we can do the same thing with the worm castings. It has yumminess in there. So who wants to do yummy? Anyone else want to do a mycelium? And we can, the mycelium, once you open it up, I'm sorry, it's hard to get in, but we'll break it into pieces because every part of the mycelium is a starter.
Roxanne, I have one more bean question. So when we make the holes, is there any technique that you would recommend for making?
Well, if you're doing it ceremonially, a digging stick, like they were talking about, the digging stick, and you only go a little bit deep, you know, and get that, because the whole point is you're fertilizing.
Yeah.
So the stick is symbolic of a male.
And if we can't use the stick, then we're just with our
Then,
hands.
then I just go like this, or I use a shovel.
Okay.
That's good enough.
Okay.
And I put it in. and push it out.
Great. One bean per hole.
I'll help you.
I like to take two.
Yeah, but I'm wondering if we should do around. Yeah. We have that come.
Oh, we just put a few on some of these mounds.
Yeah.
Great. To see how it does.
Yeah. Roxanne, how much? A little in each
So
mouth.
like you can pass this around and get people to take some
Okay.
and look at this mycelium.
And how do you put it?
So you can break it up and just mix it in. Literally just mix it in the soil. You will start to grow.
mounds, right?
Yeah, and the outside areas too. This is good for anywhere.
But I
Yeah,
had to.
On
yeah, that
the, you have to start
allows the nutrients
yeah, the mycelium
seep down.
sterile
And
It makes the
sterile
roots
And then the
organic
happy.
compound, and then it just
makes them grow faster.
and it will right now. It started to bloom, but it'll bloom and make mushrooms. These are oyster mushrooms.
You buy the starter or do you?
We bought the starter and then we made a bunch of these that we spread out. Well, yeah, and you can like just spread, it's just a handful in like one area would be good, like that. So we're just seeding
My hands
the yummies.
my natural antibody.
Yes, yes.
Have you planted the corn seeds yet?
We're planting over here. We're going to start over here.
Oh, hey, Chrissy. I was Joan. Oh my God.
You familiar with like Phoenix area? Like what would be the season to plant corn there? Because
You could do 2 seasons in Phoenix area, and you might because it doesn't freeze there. You can do 2 seasons. So I don't know when some of the seasons start. Maybe in January, and then
Oh my God.
a gem for a gem. Is that the one that I should go to find the right?
Now the only thing that's missing
the good seed that you'd find is native from Native Seed Search. There, if you search, that's a closer resource for you. But also, if you even go to, I know like the Odam there, the native tribe there, the Odam, they would definitely have their kind of seed that would be good for that area.
Yeah, Odom is a little bit further south, but I think it's close enough here.
Yes, it would still work in that region.
I feel like I need to find the ones that are adapted.
Yes, yeah, because that's going to be very hot tolerant, dry tolerant.
Is
this an unauthorized hug?
Not necessarily. If they got some water, they might have a really robust life because it's a long growing season.
I'll meet her.
I'll bring her 5.
Look at this.
I think if you, the waffles, well, you dig holes. Yeah. So it collects and mulch a lot.
Glass
Do a lot
gem
of
corn
mulching.
A Cherokee flood irrigation
with a guy
or
called
just like any kind of
Carl
irrigation?
Yeah,
Burns.
any kind. I mean, if you only have a hose, then water little dips and keep it mulched, and that you'll have a better chance. Oh, well,
Wow.
then you got it. You can grow a lot.
I love it. So Chrissy, this is Chrissy.
Yeah, that would be great.
Hi.
Should we do some more planting of?
This is Sophie
So-
and Sophie's partner, Aza.
Hey, nice to
daughter's
meet you. Wow, I could tell you were the offspring somehow. It wasn't the hairdo.
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
the red hair. It was high. So Chrissy is one of the kind of cultural, we've known each other many years. And the kind of cultural connectors in the greater Santa Fe community doing incredible work. And we've got a plan.
We do.
These ones, 1, 2,
Yeah.
3. These ones have seeds right here. I'm keeping track.
Yes, we want mycelium.
You dug it up.
And
We put a seed in that top.
Yeah. So happy you're here. This is what your dad hangs out with.
Okay. Should we do it again? And this one we put seed in
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
There we go.
Oops.
Should I put the irrigation back on after it's
I
done?
think he loves the dogs too. Yeah, get your hands in the dirt. You guys got to get your hands
Yeah,
in the
isn't
dirt.
it pretty
Very
good?
important.
So you can, well, we're doing beans. I'll tell you how to do beans.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll put you on beans.
I'm going to put
Are you
this.
the stick man? Okay, so we did that
Cannot
one.
believe you're here, my
Yes.
God.
So you
Of course,
can get
without
mycelium.
hair, I didn't even.
Did
I
this
know.
one get really
That's why you
disrupted?
got it in your hand. I'm so glad.
Disrupted a lot? I think that's okay. Okay, we already planted that. We planted those ones.
You won't make it once every 5 years.
1, 2, these ones are all planted. And this one. Go to that one. Just right there in the top.
I know, I was like, I have some.
Oh my God, is she gonna come out?
Huh? She's gonna come back.
Okay.
Bring the dog out.
Yeah, I think it's time. But you have to get your hands in there too, not just the shovel.
Roxanne, you guys are ready with
I did look at that.
Okay, okay, that's good.
Okay, this one's
Quality check.
coming with corn too.
I'm on it. See?
Let's do that one since we're getting far. Let's do this one, yeah.
Yo-ho! Better protect it before some,
I know.
crazy people
Those
come
are
in.
beautiful.
I know. I'm
digging
standing here
sticks.
because everybody wants to do
Yes.
another thing to it.
I
and
know.
This is
No,
it's a
stop!
done one.
This guild has been
This
gilded.
is established.
Oh, it doesn't have the beans in the squash?
Yeah,
Oh,
no, I've got,
We're doing corn first.
yeah, corn's here and
wait,
seedling squash is
One
there.
squash seed.
okay.
So the
And the
corns are right
irrigation
on top.
Yeah,
And then we can put on some of them if we want to do gills. We're going to put beans next.
Okay.
And then the squash
so
next.
here's squash
That's nice. Keep that one.
and then beans.
You could put a bean here or a bean there. And that's good.
Okay, so now I just.
That's plenty.
How are you?
Very well.
So great to see you.
How do you?
Thank you.
I like
appreciate it.
I add
What a
manure
dance.
if
But
I
this
have
is the
like
perfect
because I have
thing to
chickens
do,
and
you
so I
know?
add the manure from the
I'm
chickens.
so happy to be
Yeah.
in the space
That's
with
my
everybody.
main source.
I know. You've got it. I know. I have to be now assigned, but now
Yeah,
there's some
compost is really
control
good.
areas. Like
Compost is
this is
great.
Donna's guarding this because there are a bunch
All
of
of these
people
ones
like
got
me who
corn.
don't know
All
anything.
these.
Yeah, so they can plant the sides.
Yep. So
And
So each mound has more than one type of corn.
No, this is the same corn. This is all supai corn.
Oh yeah, I know where.
So it's a meal corn, But
Oh, you're beneath me.
look at it,
Oh,
it's
is
got
that what I am?
these
You're
stripes.
over
Look
here,
how
right?
beautiful.
Yeah. Would you hear my
Rays
little
of the sun.
footsteps?
Yeah, rays of the sun.
Love you. That's
You want to
good.
plant some in there?
Okay, I'll listen for
There's
them.
4 that goes in. Oh.
We're neighbors.
We are neighbors.
Anytime you want to stay
Oh.
there and be my housemaid.
Oh, that'd be great.
I was in their,
Oh.
their kitchen once and I was like, oh, Roxanne,
Just
said, yes, we were married
Yes,
once.
we were. Oh, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I'm Aubrey.
Aubrey. You want to plant some corn?
I would love to. It's just so really special. And say again that it's from the...
It's from Havasupai, from the Grand Canyon people.
She was hilarious.
So those are from, yes. So he can do a hole right there and you can put one of you in.
It's nice to finally meet you. I walk rather dry.
Oh.
Yeah.
Your gallery. I've been.
What should we do with it, Alonso?
Okay.
And I irrigated it, but I'm afraid somebody's gonna come along and tear it apart.
Come on, Roshi.
Right now
You want to put a hole here for her?
What can I do with this?
Yeah.
the seeds are going in there.
Hermanito, nosotros queremos saber. Pues,
We're going to make this into one mound.
okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All of them in there. And then pat her down, like, get her snug in there.
Good, thank you.
Yeah,
This is very fluffy soil.
deer hair.
Yeah, I will pat down.
I just started my garden, Roxanne, and I'm doing the same, the waffle, because we have a seed water.
Yeah.
So, but my first go around, all the seeds were washed away.
Oh, really?
Why didn't you not email
my.
me? You were coming.
Oh.
I think I was just
Ah.
You get in there on my left. Yeah. Oh, no. So that, because the water was this, it was fine.
And it, yeah, maybe deeper.
Oh, good.
You want to do this one? Five for the corner.
If you get tired of it. Otherwise,
Like,
I thought you were supposed to kneel
oh,
down.
holes already.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's kind of deep.
it's this table thing.
We might prefer kneeling, actually.
They estimated, that's okay, but you can, you know,
we
just
just
like
go
one
in.
here, one there.
Okay.
They were saying one is good. I think one's fine. Who wants to plant these
Yeah, I can use that.
windows?
You got ambitious.
You want to plant these ones in that hole over there?
So nice to see you.
Oh, thank you. I'm so happy.
You need a hand with anything?
Well, one per hole, but you could plant like here and over here. Yeah, you could do two, but it's
Strangle a bit if you're too.
no. I think they're fine if there's two. Yeah, I often at home I plant two in each hole. But yeah, it's okay. Yeah.
Excuse me, I shouldn't talk like that.
Or one some corn on top,
Okay.
beans like here, and then
I'm
squash.
just having fun. I'm making problems.
That one has
You
corn.
just tell me
This
when
one
I
doesn't.
go over the edge.
That one has corn. So this is the last one.
When I
you
go
like
over
to
the
plant
edge,
that?
stop me.
Oh, one right here too. We need to plant this one.
Roshi, maybe you want to plant this one.
Here, you plant this one.
Dominus vobiscum. I knocked him down and then I kicked him. Go ahead.
Thank you.
In
Yes.
Spanish, it's a joke because you don't know Latin prayers.
So
It's
do
like,
I fill the
orate,
hole?
pepino con tomate. Or tomato and cucumber.
I've seen it press down a little bit and then fill it and then move your hand.
Okay, great. Okay, now I see. And it's so springy.
It's beautiful.
Oh my
Doesn't it smell
God.
good?
Oh my goodness.
Yay! Does it? The big cornfield. So everybody wipe their brows.
Many hands make light work. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He's actually just got home.
We bring squash from the also?
Yes. Are there bean planters? There's people planting beans now. But yeah, we could use some squash. And then we'll,
Particular type? Squash? Whatever.
Yeah, I put some red flip corn in here.
yes, they're all planted now of red.
Is this for me or
That's for
the?
you. You need to have water.
Can I fill that up for you?
If I have too much, then I'll have to exit. So I'm good.
Okay. Do you want
She's
the beans
just.
first?
I think they started. Did you start planting beans?
I love it.
Okay, they're doing beans. If you go get squash, we can come behind them.
I will do it. Do you have a favorite one or whichever one? Okay. Whatever I get. All right. Very well.
So bad.
So bad.
Mi hermanito.
It's fun. My grandmother would say to me when I would do things like that, she'd say, ocioso. I'm like, what does that mean? It means mischievous.
Ocioso.
Ocioso.
That's you. Ocioso.
Ocioso. Well, because I would make little tapping sessions. Like, what's that? I'm like, I don't know, Grandma. It's you, she would say.
June, did you get your hands in the dirt?
Yeah. Just right before I put like 4 seeds.
Good. Interesting, huh?
Yeah, I never knew this species before.
Yeah. This is.
They have.
Pouring the water on.
I know.
I know. Well, we could pour some water on the top
You
of each one
report
of
to
these
Bang.
from there. When we're done, that might be really
now have
nice.
dirt
But
under
then they
your
have
nails.
this
So
drip
does Roshi.
system set up. Yeah, looks that way.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, here. Let's. Who's gonna?
I'm gonna spill the beans.
Yes.
You've
This
been
is
spilling
oyster
beans.
mycelium.
I'm gonna put this actually because Chrissy
And
gave
so
me
we just
this
spread that around here
beautiful-
some more in there. We could spread out.
Isn't that amazing?
Mushroom cap.
She grows that out.
We get
No,
a
no,
starter
it's
and then
gonna
we
go on
put
my
it in
altar upstairs.
I'll put it in my.
an organic,
Great.
sterile
What is that?
batch and wrap it
Chrissy
with plastic because
is
that
an old
can't
friend
go-
of mine. She's
It
part
can't
of
get
the
contaminated
heart.
or go
Santa
dry,
Fe. She's incredible.
and then it grows.
And she works
And
with
it's,
kids.
it grew
So you guys
tremendously,
should
and then you
talk.
can
Anyway, she grew that
break
out
it up
in
and
her
add it
garden for
to your
years.
soil.
And it's called glass
The
corn,
oyster,
because it's
the-
like jewels.
The
Yeah.
this
is
yeah,
teotitle.
it's
That's
like this.
the original.
It's like just the white stuff.
Oh, okay. I
It's
know
just
what you
white
mean.
stuff.
Yeah. In the
It's
in
not
the earth.
actually. It's just the white stuff.
Not the mushroom.
No,
Yeah,
that's the flower.
the mother.
but-
She knows everything.
But yeah, it looks just kind of like this. So it's like that.
All right.
Um,
So you dig beneath it.
Well, it is. It's
The oysters
yeah.
grow on rotten wood a lot.
Yeah, and so we put it in straw and we put it in broke up corn cobs.
Okay.
But we had to boil it for a long time, the corn and the straw, to sterilize it. And then you add the mycelium to it.
Just because of other bacteria and so forth.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and then it grew very happily.
Wow.
And then
Henry,
we
it's
kept
out of
it all
control.
covered, but if you poked a hole in it, it would bloom and grow
I
mushroom.
know. I'm laughing.
But all this
No,
is
it's
good
like,
stuff.
This
This
thing
is all
just took
good
off.
stuff.
You get enough prayer and then it goes like that.
I know.
I did a
Let's put it right there.
It is awesome.
Yeah. You want to spread this one, this stuff, good stuff? That's good stuff.
Have you planted some of it, grandmother?
I think we should plant one kernel to help it
How
remember.
are you?
In the corner.
It's really interesting. You know, parrot feathers. Yeah. If you go to Essex about this, they figured out how to raise them. Because you know feathers are antennae. So they're sending birds through the hydrogen. And the bird feels through them. The bird flies through the high heaven and feels it.
Okay. So I kind of have this.
Link me up to the mothership.
It looks like and the father. Beautiful. Love getting involved.
Save fires, in the way there is no teacher north and
Walk
south.
that way. Yeah, get a little rental.
Criteria you've already you're limited.
Comfortably read.
Relax. Let it come. Whoa. Start to see it. Right? Just this morning I was getting the water and saw those coils on top of the mountains, and I could think of the guys that we coil as we fold.
I mean, how does it work? The world's so uncertain right now. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, as far as education and right.
Like it's not really a thing. Your mind's already primed to it.
Do you have a podcast? So I have a so I cook dinner for my partner is Bobby.
And then you can't even talk to them. But you know, you just get it till you know.
Fine, my predictions about making sure things is not. Yeah. Who knows?
The not so secret.
It's everywhere.
I know. Nice to meet you. We're so connected. How do you see? And I was like, love it. Yeah. And okay. So tomorrow and I'm really sorry. My we don't know where to go.
Okay. Let's see. Find Henry. Where is Henry?
You know, like,
He's in the.
Henry.
Yeah, it feels good at first. I was like, oh no, I want it. Then it's okay. And I'm, will be drawn into her world a little bit. So it's not. Thank you. Great. Yeah, so I'm a long distance backpacker cyclist. So that's kind of what that the one line. Thank you. And then I'm an artist, and this kind of
And then this part. Yeah.
The long road.
That's the good part. Trail to Kanchiroba.
Being a child.
And that's about your stuff.
Yeah.
This is play. This is when we get
Anyway,
Yeah.
we're all. Well, go find a Roxanne there.
Schools need a mandatory class. You just.
Yeah, I think so.
She's
too.
got the red flint corn.
Yeah.
Okay, these three have corn and squash.
These ones are done.
Okay.
So now we're going here.
Well, they don't have beans though.
These ones don't have beans. But we could, but that's okay too.
Good. Look
I'm
at
gonna
this.
get some of my tobacco to put in some of these. Unless you have an idea where you want it.
You think messed up? Don't worry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tobacco, you wanna help me with tobacco?
So yeah, that's basically what we're doing, and then blending the outside.
Hey,
as
sweetie,
well.
how are you doing?
Good to see you. I'm good. How are
Here's
you?
two tobacco
I'm
and
doing.
I'll do these.
Yeah, it's a trip.
I know.
Can't even believe I'm heading into this situation.
What is the situation?
I'm having major heart surgery.
You are. I didn't hear about that.
Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah.
Yeah, Stanford.
When is that happening?
You're welcome to do that. Whatever you want to do. Oh, yeah, go ahead and see. Go just get your hands on it and see what it feels like. See how it works. I know how much. How do you know?
Well, when we do the oil making, usually is less than you think. Is usually how much it's usually easier to roll foil than a little bit less. I think we bought it. So there's no special, it's like, give it up and up. I know. Sorry. I should have made up a story. But I can't. I know. Yeah. I know. I mean, I'm not. Partly, this is a kind of like Keido. This is I got a little easier to work. No, because it's and not the more complicated play to newer. It's not traditional. So we're sort of using new things. Traditionally, these are made with terracotta. There you go. Good. Right. Yeah. Sure. So yeah, you can make like a little sausage rolls. I'm just gonna put this back over and you're welcome to worry about it if you want to. Whatever you want to do, I'm gonna blend my son. Really want everything. Why is over there? Okay. He's gonna be and then you just wrap the foil around. Water on it. Yeah. That's good. But I have trouble with getting it to narrow down. Can do that? Oh, we made it the very top. Yeah, you want it to look like this. You have a oil building and you want it to come in at the end. Really, it's close to that. That is probably a little bit more. So, what dimensions are in? We don't know how. Like this, yeah. Something like that. You could do anything. Get out of here.
Thank you.
No problem.
I mean, I love
This one's ready. Made a team. What's going in here? Some beans? Corn and beans. You want to put this one in? Rochi.
Color,
She planted, what did she call it?
Waffles. White?
You know,
I'm thinking
the
they're
waffle
white.
is
They're
another
little round
form
ones.
that's used.
There are high altitude. There are northern Pueblo ones, so they don't grow as big. Like I know, like down at the southern Pueblos, their tobacco is bigger and the seed head is longer, and ours are little round ones. Those are the little round ones.
Roxanne.
Huh?
Or anything? Roxanne, this is from.
This is from Santa Clara.
Primarily because it contains the nicotiana, the nicotine. I know. That's a they say that, makes you.
he might be in his office. He said he was going to get something to eat.
Stimulant.
Oh.
There's another one.
Good.
plastic's so awful, but
I know, but,
but
it's so handy,
handy.
right?
How are you?
Gotta do something. I'm okay.
Good to see you.
You too. How's life?
Busy.
Busy?
How's life for you?
It's been not so busy, kind of quiet. Actually, somebody threw a big rock through my front window a couple weeks ago. And my car, like on 2 separate nights. So I don't know if you, like, I don't know on your end if you guys have seen it, but like, yeah, San Pedro's been kind of crazy. Because it wasn't just mine, it's like this car got set on fire on Upper San Pedro. It's been wild.
That's not good.
Not good.
That's not good.
No. But that was a few weeks ago, and life has calmed down, so we're
I
doing
hope
all right.
so. I hope so.
You know what I mean? Because we're going to just lift it up. We don't go back and forth.
That's a nice combination.
You live nearby? Yeah, we now? Oh, that's right. I still thought you were in Florida.
Hey, Wendy and everyone. Hi.
Hi,
Good to see
good
you all.
morning, everyone.
Yeah, Wendy, did you want to say a few things?
No, I just was thinking that perhaps the online community might like to interact with me. I would love to interact with you if there are any questions that are coming up, anything. It's so emotional for me. And Kodo, Bonnie, Manny, you rock the world. Can you believe it, online community? Let's put our hands up for these incredible beings. I just have goosebumps, and it's totally hot here in Coast Miwok territory. Goosebumps, goosebumps of gratitude for everything you're making possible, just to have us be able to overlook and listen into the conversations. Isn't it intimate? But possibly there may be something that you would like to discuss. So this is an opportunity. I thought we'd take 15 minutes, anything you'd like to express, and Bonnie and Kodo will help us. I'm a good cloud being, but not very good with the technology, as Kodo and Bonnie can attest. But anything you'd like to bring up, let's have a conversation, 15 minutes or so, and then we'll go back. So,
Kathy, and you guys can go ahead and unmute yourselves so we don't have to fight over your mute button.
Okay, so a couple of us in the chat have been wondering what they're making those clay worms for.
Oh, good. Let me really do that. I will love to answer that one.
Okay, go.
And you know, this is the year of the wood snake. I know I'm the grandmother of a little tiny wood snake, and Wendy Lau, Dine-In Wendy Lau, beloved Wendy Lau, reminded us, she said, the year of the dragon was last year, but this year is the year of the snake. And in the horoscope world of China, the snake is called the baby dragon, the year of the baby dragon. So how perfect that Gendo, Henry, who's such a magnificent potter and has been orchestrating and being the kind of conductor of behind scenes of this whole beautiful planting. Henry is an accomplished and deep potter, and he has a really close relationship with Roxanne. They share the clay world. They mess up clay a lot. So Gendo, Henry, had the idea, let's make coiled snake pots. They're called ollas. And they harden in the sun or they're fired. You're making basically a coiled vessel pot that is buried in the ground right near the squash mounds and filled with water. And then that clay vessel seeps out water and feeds the roots of the squash.
Oh, okay.
That got a very deep teaching that should take about 14 or 15 minutes. You got a really quick answer, Kathy. I hope that's okay. So they are making ollas, O-L-L-A-S. It's an ancient southwestern tradition of watering below the ground. So you bury a clay pot in the ground and you mark with a long, tall cane so that it doesn't get lost in all the jungle of foliage that will grow from the squash. You can always see that long pole and go and put a hose in at that place, the olla, the underground olla, fills with water and seeps out and feeds the squash roots deep down. It's again a very old technology of preserving and offering water to a thirsty world. And
That's so wonderful.
isn't that beautiful?
Oh, yes, it
so
is.
That's what they're doing, those little snake makers in the year of the snake.
Oh, well, that
Now,
is
guys, dear
cool.
ones, I'm just giving you seeds. If you're interested in this, oh yeah, from Gary Paul Nabum, How to Grow Food in a Hotter, Drier World right now. So this is a very important technology, and Henry Gendo is making it available with in his beautiful way.
That is so fascinating. Oh, thank you so much.
And
I will
thank you for
look that up.
noticing and asking about that.
Yes.
Are you wondering about the grinding too, anybody? Have you seen so outside of the garden in the shade, Alonso's wife Susan and Susan's mother usually do a whole grinding time. So they're taking the oldest blue corn, that also a gift from Roxanne more than a decade ago, and they're grinding it, and then it will be shared in communal meal on Sunday, tomorrow. So that it's a beautiful thing to be able to take a little break from the planting and to actually go to the metates with your manos, with the stone mano, and grind the corn so that it can be shared and eaten. It's very beautiful work. So then making the ollas, the pots, the underground pots, and grinding the corn also happening. We're not getting much feature of that, but it's happening.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
I'm your big old eagle guide here, giving you an overview of what's happening out there and feeling so grateful for each of you and for us being online and being able to witness this glorious day.
Yeah, we feel, I won't speak for everyone, but I think I can, that we all really appreciate it, and feeling part of this is so important to us.
I really want to be with you, and it's so important for me. You're giving me a gift more than you can imagine. Yeah. So what else is most alive for you now, as Roshi was saying? Ask, anything you want to bring up. Let's have a harvest of that, of your experience.
And Sarah, you can unmute.
Thank you, Bonnie, for helping.
Thank you, Bonnie. This has been a really sweet demonstration of community. The metaphor that the corn on the cob, they're all in community with one another. And from that, I go to, the seeds are in community with the soil and the sun and the people that plant. I mean, just what is it, inner being is just demonstrated over and over and over again to me throughout this morning. And, the sense of community, which I find, I live in Florida, and I have a difficult time finding community here in Florida. I won't go into the politics of that, but I think it's kind of understandable. And just seeing that even with that, I'm in community right now as I sit here with a forest of trees, with a pond, with fish in the pond, so I just see the connectedness of everything, and in a way that I have not experienced or seen it before.
That's beautiful, beautiful insight. And lovely that you listened so deeply to those 4 corn seeds for the 4 directions on the top of the mound that Rox was talking about, the crest of the mound, the 4 corn seeds calling up the community, not very much in an iconic and celebratory way, but of course unique to the very fertile soil here at Upaya that we're looking at this morning, and also calling up and remembering the dry soil at the bottom of the canyon where the Havasupai people come from. So I'm holding up an ear of her pink corn, one of the original ears. I think you can see it right here. And this corn is distinguished by 12 rows. So it grows in rows of 12. All of the cobs come forth in 12 rows. So we clean the seed from the rows, and each cob holds hundreds and hundreds of seeds. And that's what, from a diversity of cobs this morning, the seed is entrusted to the ground at Upaya. So, and it will perform and come forth in a way that is distinct and unique to the gilded grace of Upaya Zen Center. And Roxanne always appreciates getting this fat seed back because it's been well nourished. And of course, she's added nourishment to each mound. So hopefully that spreads, Sarah, to Florida and to Europe. Not necessarily corn. Roxanne is in relationship to corn. Corn is her relative. 1/4 of the people on planet Earth are in direct relationship with corn. Corn is their relative, and their source of food and life. So for each of us to consider what gives us life and to nourish that is so important. And yes, what a gift this community is today. What a gift. Thank you for your insight. 3 hours ahead of me here, you this morning in Florida. Anything else? Anyone else? I see Nancy's hand wandering.
Hi, good morning. Thank you for your insights and everyone's. I was wondering what role the moon plays in planting, and Alfonso, I think, alluded to his interest in the stars and so forth. Excuse me, the dogs are barking.
That's all right. A happy dog. She's a moon dog.
The moon, I know we're after the new moon. Unfortunately, today the moon's in a fire sign. So sometimes people say that's not as auspicious as other signs. But anyway, I wondered if you had some thoughts on that. Thank you.
Well, actually, Nancy, what a beautiful question. Although we are a few days, just barely past the new moon, the Alonso in particular, and of course everyone present today in the leadership in the center of the circle, paying attention to the sun and the moon, that old dance, that old magnetic dance. Even in a bowl of water, like this water I have on our altar, even in a bowl of water, the tidal pull of the moon is felt. And so we plant the seeds in the ground, if possible. We plant the seeds right after the new moon. So this is a perfect time. And fire is represented by the seed in the center of the cob. So this is actually a beautiful time. Early this morning, Alonso went out into the garden. He sent me a picture early in the morning of the first fire being lit long before people went into the garden. So lighting fire, calling up the light, not only of the sun, of Father Sun and Mother Moon. So you plant a seed in the ground when the moon is inclining, and it grows beautifully during that time. And the tidal pull of the moon is very strong from new to full moon. So what an ideal morning this morning, traditional Memorial Day morning, to entrust a seed to the ground and let the force of moonlight pull it up. And then in the dark of the moon, from after full moon until the next new moon, in the dark of the moon, when the moon is waning, that is a great time to be tending the ground, to be digging around the ground, to be dividing plants, to be putting them into the ground so that the roots can go down. But seed time is right now, from new moon to full moon. Wonderful question. Thank you. That old dance, that cheek to cheek dance of sun and moonlight together. Thank you for noticing. What about your own insights? What's most alive for you listening and being present for this morning? Anything you'd like to offer? It looks like Dean. Yeah. Bonnie, what do you see? You call. I'm just looking at a part of the screen. You call, Bonnie.
Oh, looks like Jack had just unmuted.
Good.
Go ahead, Jack.
Thank you. I'd like to share an insight that I had listening to Roxanne talk about the corn, squash, and beans, the three sisters. I've been struggling with feeling outcast from my family. And I had some healing as I listened to these three plants coming together to grow together, protect one another.
Yes.
I can see my two siblings and my mom as the three sisters growing together, protecting one another. And my role in my family has always been kind of a destructive one. I'm the storm that blows in, and I feel so much compassion and gratitude for them right now and how they grow together and protect one another, and that we all fit together in this way. So these are the seeds being planted in me and in the soil of my lineage today.
Thank you, Jack, for that, for your insight. It's a gift. This is a gift. And you are receptive soil for this gift, even with all the difficulty. So a real gift. And please honor your insight. You don't need to amplify it. It's very beautiful and strong. Your sense of family. Thank you. Anyone else? Let's plant our own garden here online.
Cheryl has her hand up.
Dearest Wendy, dearest Bonnie, dearest Sangha, dearest all the wonderful teachers. Something you said last night, Wendy, really touched my heart as a reminder to trust the process.
Yeah.
I have been fighting that. And the news, the, interactions with people's, it's like, oh no, why? And one of the poems that Roshi has said before, the nation is shattered, yet the mountains and rivers remain. And to trust the process, to surrender to that universal process, that flow of time and space and growth and the ebb and the flow. Wow. And this is, to me, such a beautiful reminder. It's storming out now, but I'll be out in the garden as soon as I can be. Put my hands in the dirt and realize the dirt remains, the process remains, and I can trust it. And I thank you. Very deep gratitude.
Thank you, Cheryl. Remember last night when Alonzo called us to be joyful, although we know the facts. That's a statement from Farmer Wendell Berry. Be joyful, although you know the facts. So we live in terrifying times. And the cognizance of that is so present. And yet here we are, gathered together to plant life and to grow justice and to not turn away from the devastation, but also not to be subsumed by it, not to be buried under it, to find joy rising up in the sun and the moon. So thank you. Thank you for your insight. And it's good it's stormy because it's keeping you inside and close to your own insight right now. Praise to the storm. We live in stormy times. Anyone else? Anything you'd like to offer? Your own seeds of insight.
Dean, you can unmute. You have your hand up.
Yeah, I came inside because I didn't know how loud it was going to be. My hands are dirty, I promise.
I hope so.
No, I guess the thing I'm most struck by is when Alonso and everyone else were talking, there was such a sense of, I think, cultural reverence and holding a seed and holding the history and the meaning and the sacredness of that seed.
Yes.
And it moves me so much. It is not part of my cultural background. So when I go out to the seeds, I want that, but mostly I'm in the moment with the dirt and I have to keep reminding myself to stop, maybe pull away, like really look at the seed and see it for more than just the seed. But my automatic impulses take over and I start feeling the earth and feeling the dirt and feeling the water, and it feels good, but it feels not as sacred. And so I guess I'm just reflecting on that and longing for it a little bit.
Yeah. Well, it's so beautiful that you've come inside to express this. And you really take, as Roshi often calls to us, let's take a breath. Let's take a pause. Let's let breath sweep mind. And a seed is a consolidation of all of the forces, but would be nothing without the earth, the water, the wind, the prayer, the rising sun, the setting moon, and everything that you do honor and feel so alive. So I'm just reminding us of the guild, of the community, of the kinship, of the kincentricity of what's happening. And think, if for each of us to think, what is our iconic or staple grain? Every culture comes and has been fed by the grains of the world, be it rice. 1/3 of the people on planet Earth are nourished, are rice people. 1/4 corn, wheat, barley, rye. And each one of these foods comes from a single seed in communion with all of the forces. So we could take the time today to consider where we come from in the way that Keido was asking last night with his grandmother Honey. Where do I come from? And she's reminding him from everyone doing good work together. So beautiful the way he shared that. So again, just to consider, what is my home grain? What is the seed to which seed am I most related to? What am I made of? For me, it's wheat, the northern world. But not only wheat, but to have them, to honor and to connect with our iconic staple food. It's a way, isn't it, Dean, to actually honor the seeds that make us who we are. And today, as we eat, as we plant, as we come together, taking time to really offer gratitude to the food of the world, earth, air, water, fire, and space combined to make this food. So in that way, we connect again and again. And just one last response to what you brought up is just the word to discern. It means to sift the chaff, all the brokenness, to sift through a fine sift, and the seed falls down through, and the chaff stays on top. You can blow away the chaff, the seed is in your hand. To discern, to separate the kernel of what is most necessary for you. And those are the kernels that are being planted today in the Upaya garden, not symbolically, graphically, actually, as you feel the force of that. And also the unfolding in a fresh way, planting guilds in the center. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful way.
Thank you.
Thank you for your insight and also for your own experience. Let's keep going. We have a little bit more time, and then Kodo and Bonnie will know when to return us to the garden.
And I see Nancy Rose is unmuted. Would you like to speak?
Yes. I want to thank you, Wendy, for your presence and your wisdom as an elder so connected to the land. It's very powerful and meaningful. I live in Haudenosaunee land, which you have the yellow corn above your altar.
Yes, indeed.
I'm on Seneca Lake, which is one of the Finger Lakes, because they look like the presence of the hand of God pressing down onto the land. And it's a deeply Haudenosaunee area, and I'm surrounded by cornfields. There are vast cornfields and beans and other, plentiful foods. We have a very moist and rich land here. And I just want to say that the corn of this area is farmed in both large corporate farms as well as very small individual farms. And the small farmers are having trouble, maintaining their lifestyle and are dedicated to the land and to providing for people and animals, feed corn as well as human consumption corn. And that dichotomy between the, more corporate wealthy farms and the small ones is just very dramatic and heartbreaking sometimes. That's all I have to say.
Thank you, Nancy. You in the territory of the keepers of the Western Door. You're in the Seneca world, keepers of the Western Door. And the braid behind me, you can turn the computer a bit so you see that long golden braid of the Seneca white corn entrusted to us, to Melissa Nelson, and to those of us here in Coast Miwok territory in Northern California, more than, let's see, 2008, almost 2008, almost 20 years ago, from David and Wendy Bray, who were elders in Cattaraugus territory, Seneca farmers. They brought us their white corn and we planted it in California and have returned it, rematriated it to them hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of ears of your home corn from your territory, grown in small farms in California and returned. And this is a corn that can withstand the dryness of the world right now because it's been grown in the soil of California. So to adapt, to entrust seed, to take the gift given to us by Seneca leaders who came to California with their beautiful daughter. And Kaylina served as the person that distributed this corn throughout the wider community, indigenous community, a gift from her parents. They came to make sure she was all right in California and to bring her home corn to her. We've been growing for 20 years and sharing it to keep alive, as Roxanne called out this morning, to keep alive the flame of small growers growing. Roxanne, founder of Flowering Tree Permaculture, you're here her today, 1987, since 1987. She's the oldest indigenous small seed growing bank in the country, in the United States. From this brilliant potter, grower, artist, renegade, and traditional woman. So small farming is alive in the kernel of the truth of every seed we entrust to the ground. And when you go to local farmers markets in your territory, in Seneca, in the Seneca world, in your backyard, Nancy, you are supporting the small farmers that are determined to continue growing the seeds of antiquity and have them be renewed. And you live in the heart of the matter in Haudenosaunee, Six Nations territory, the keepers of the Western Door, the door that faced west, that faced the ancestors, that faced the long gone and newly born ancestors. So congratulations, what a gift to hear from you today from Haudenosaunee territory, from the Seneca world, from the Western Door.
Thank you. I just want to say
every taste of food that you receive from your good land. Yes.
I just want to say that Haudenosaunee is also, the name may be more familiar to people as Iroquois. It's the Iroquois territory, Onondaga, that beautiful tradition. Yeah.
How lovely to hear from you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Mhm. Anyone else? What's most alive? What's growing? What's sprouting? What's germinating in you right now?
Meredith has her hand up.
Hi.
Hi.
Thank you so much, Wendy. This is so wonderful. I really appreciate the role that you've played in creating this experience for all of us, and even right now in the online community. I'm just feeling really grateful to everything that you guys are all offering to us this weekend. Um, for me, the biggest insight I took away from what you all shared last night is the power of the environment to shape and nourish the seed. For a long time in my own spiritual practice, I've sort of worried, oh, I'm not Buddhist enough to participate in this community, or I tried to join a church when I was younger, and because I didn't agree with some of their tenets, I was told, I don't belong. And I so desire a spiritual community, but I worry that if I'm totally open about the things I do and don't agree with, that I then won't belong. And one of the things that you guys are role modeling so beautifully this weekend is how aligned the sort of universal indigenous wisdom that comes from the earth and the plants is with Buddhist wisdom and traditions, and to as a seed to take the beauty and nourishment and truths from all the different wisdom traditions that I'm exposed to, and have that continue to nourish me as a seed, and then continue to allow me to offer that and nourish it to others. I feel like this is just such a beautiful role modeling of the power of allowing different spiritual practices to come together and resonate with one another and make each other stronger. So thank you.
Thank you, Meredith. On my screen, that is illuminated by the kindness and capacity of Manny and Kodo and Bonnie, this morning, you appear on an equal plane with Jack. And so I'm going to call back to what Jack noticed her own family system, or their own family system, forgive me for maybe misusing pronouns, but your own family system germinated for you in a fresh way this morning by being present. And Meredith, you can never be closed off from the spiritual life of the church, of a growing garden. Never be closed off. And yet, as we really learned and listened to Jack, you don't have to put yourself in the center of that circle. You can observe your family circle and be aware of it, and also stand your ground. Be in your own ground. And I want to call out the importance of disruptive force in these times too. We're not talking about a field far beyond form and emptiness that is vacant, but the importance of disruption, plunging, here's my stick, plunging the planting stick into the ground, piercing, opening the ground so that new life can come in and out. So disruption is deeply important in planting life. And also the insight to see with fresh eyes, to see, to feel, and to taste the truth, connecting to what Dean brought up, to taste the truth of a sacred seed in whatever form it manifests, fiery, watery, airy, earthy, to taste the truth of the seeds of our lives. And this is a day, this is Memorial Day. Traditionally, May 30th and 31st, we remember the dead, we remember the ancestors, we open the ground with ancestral crops. We call back the foods that make us who we are, and we plant them new. I think I'm getting a little general here. Forgive me if I'm getting too far away, but I'm so moved to be able to speak to you and to be in the presence of your insight. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. Let's hear maybe from one or two people, then give you a rest. Let you go back to the screen or let you go out to the garden. I want to say, Meredith and everyone who's listening, that it came when we lost connection with the feed out in the garden. Immediately, I picked up the trusty iPhone and called Bonnie directly and said, Bonnie, if I can help be in connection with the community, if we lose feed, I want to do it if it's called for. So this is completely emergent. We did not plan this. And yet you are really satisfying a great calling in me to be in communion with you on this day. First time in, let's see, since 15 years that I've, well, not counting the pandemic, not being in person at Upaya. And it is a gift to not be in person at Upaya, to look at my own family circle, and to be in the family circle with each of you. So I'm really grateful. One or two more comments and then we'll give you some rest.
I don't see anybody with a hand up or unmuted, but perhaps somebody would like to come forth.
Well, I have surprise. Let's go. Somebody coming forth.
I don't see anybody coming forth, but I'm sure we would all love to hear more of your wisdom.
So let me.
I'm having trouble finding the hand raised, but I just wanted to pop on and say that I sent Bonnie an email about Vandana Shiva's sizzle reel about seed, and I just wanted to share that with community. And,
Yes.
and thank you so much. I'm so heartfelt and blessed by this offering and Upaya's role and rematriating care farms, food access, all things wonderful. And thank you, Wendy and Bonnie.
Am I seeing your name as Karma?
Carmelin, yeah.
Beautiful.
Yep.
The red thread that runs through the brocade. Thank you for calling up Vandana Shiva. Physicist, brilliant, seeds woman, magnificent human being, has been on the front line of protecting and keeping seed alive, undomesticated in every way, brilliant leader and protectress of the seed. I've had the deep pleasure of serving as her attendant when she came to Northern California. We met in a church at the Dominican College. Vandana Shiva was exhausted. She had been dragged through all the farmland of Northern California. She said to me, "Oh, my dear, I am so tired. I've been with the cows all day." She'd been out at Point Reyes. So we gave her some rest. And she remembered her Catholic upbringing. One of the nuns, Sister Gervais, from the monastery came in and they just sat together holding hands. And then she stood in the nave of the church with hundreds of organic farmers all around her, and we praised her and thanked her for her work, for protecting the seed of life. Vandana Shiva, Navdanya, I commend to you, please everyone, look up Navdanya, 9 Seeds, her organization in India. She's been tireless in protecting the very endangered farming community of India, many suicides in India, of desperation as the corporate world overtakes the world of the seed. So how much of a gift it is that you called her up today. Vandana Shiva, warrior, woman warrior, protectress.
If I could ask for prayers beyond the farmers of the globe or the ones right here domestically, when I used to spend time at Hopi when I was young and opinionated 40 years ago, 50 years ago, I was told by an elder to go back to where I'm from. And the suicides in the Midwest, particularly where Monsanto, Syngenta, and have me on a no receive email list and all the rest, but that's been 30 or so years. It's just part of the process of being the seed poker, the disruptive force, is to help bring awareness to the next generation that doesn't know that one of the highest suicide rates on the planet is in central Illinois. amongst those corporate multifamily. So that reparative, restorative movement about rematriation is so important because it brings together the Evanston, Illinois narrative of restorative justice and reparative legislation for post-slavery with Native Americans. Illinois just allowed, this is a thing people don't realize, for a tribe to be recognized by the state of Illinois. That just happened.
Beautiful.
So it was a whole long story, but please do hold in prayer those families.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. And we thank you for spiraling out in a widening circle from Vandana Shiva and the great leaders and protectors to include the truth of the times we're living in. This is the soil in which we are entrusting seeds. With our discernment, with prayer, with joy, and although we know the facts, entrusting seed. So let me close our time together. This is an ode that came up for me in honor of Roxanne when she entrusted the Hopi Supai sweet corn to us. And this came up when we planted that seed, and I watched it come up, erupt from the earth, and knew this good seed will be returned. We made a pledge for 3, actually it's extended now to 5 years. Every kernel of corn seed that we plant will be returned, except for the seed corn, which she gives back to us, to Roxanne. And so last year, I think it would be beautiful, Keido, Bonnie, to show us some images today of the rematriation. The images are so beautiful, happening during January practice period, returning from a handful of seed, from a handful, as many seeds as are on this cob, just for you to see what is returned to the living community. And so as that seed germinated and began to grow, this is the ode that came up for me. So we'll close with this. And thank you. Thank you for your presence. Ode to Hopi, Hava Supai, sweet pink corn. Learning spirit of Hopi, Supai, sweet pink corn, grow and nourish us in these perilous times. With deep roots and cognitive gravity, enliven the mind of every undomesticated, disruptive seed keeper. So original kinship with sweet parched corn of the Habasupai people, crossbred with dry, pink, iconic flint corn from the ancient Hopi world. Ground us in a compassionate ecology of the heart. Cross-pollinate us with field science infused with poetry. Renew cultural resilience latent in the medicine of the land, and encourage all beings in the 10 directions to taste the truth of the Tathagata's teaching and come to the table and be fed. Thank you for your attention and your presence and your commitment to planting life and growing justice. Now let's return to the garden and be together in this intimate way.
Thank you so much, Wendy, for joining us.
Oh my God, what a gift, Bonnie. Thank you.
As emergent and beautiful as that was. I'm going to work with Keido to see if we can find some of those photos about from the rematriation. And we'll give everybody a chance to enjoy the garden for a little bit and the planting. And then we'll bring those in at some point. So
there's such beautiful images of Roxanne coming in. I went out and met her in the parking lot on that freezing cold January day. And I said to her, Roxanne, prepare yourself. And she said, really, really? And I said, open up your trunk because we're going to fill it. And then
beautiful.
Came to the table and there was a huge bowl of seed and she plunged her hands into the seed bowl and began to pray. So it's beautiful for you to be able to see those photographs. And I know Bonnie will find them.
And actually, Keido just popped in the link to the blog that has the photos.
Oh, great. Okay.
Yeah.
Great. That's even better because then you can unmitigated and unexpurgated and uncensored. You can have your own experience.
Yes.
Your own experience.
Beautiful.
Much love, dear ones.
Thank you so much, Wendy.
Don't be afraid of your wildness and brokenheartedness.
Mm.
Let's not, I'm going to make that personal. Let's not be afraid of our wildness and our brokenheartedness, the disruption, the danger. Let's grow community, plant life, nourish justice again and again.
Being lost in many cultures. Those are efforts to preserve that knowledge, that way of life. So we're very grateful to be a part of this, and thank you for coming. Yeah.
Thank you so much. So you're awesome. You're doing right.
Yeah.
How was your winter?
It was a rough one. It was tough, but we made it through. Yeah. Things are beginning to get better.
Whenever I see her, of course,
Yeah, a lot. Yeah, it's been almost 1 year, a whole year now.
Since we met,
Yeah.
What you all can't see online is that most people are over there in the shade. They're working on clay. Clay pots. Manny's heading to the clay making station.
feels really good. But it also.
I know the lemonade. I think it's gonna be over there.
In the lower dining room?
I have a. I checked the computer today.
Still squeezing. I was reluctant to buy watermelon until I tasted this. Oh yeah.
When had a memory of I like it, but I miss it. Let's see if she wants to.
I'm sorry. I don't know what I did wrong, but you're not doing well. Good cleaning. How do I get a hold of it? I don't know about FPG. Mileage. You know, I've been cleaning since we've been here. How much do you need? And then right. He said, you know what? When you're over 65, you can go here.
I know that's what they're saying, like you never see them and then you plant spot.
But you're trying to be careful. It's a part of mine that way. Oh, no. Surviving life is a good thing.
Well, my plan is to keep this woman I spoke to. I kind of do fun. I know. Yeah, totally. May I take your dog?
You will think going to the library and see
That's, I saw it. Thanks for bringing that in.
I would maybe give it 5 or 10. Okay. I used to illustrate.
I just think it's hard. Yeah, and then you back
I am so fortunate.
This is the
Yes, I'm ordained about 10 years ago now.
manifestation for the pandemic in Kaz.
So
And
you
I-
say
we were just admiring Roshi's what we call Nirmanakaya manifestation, meaning all this to protect and honor nature and raise awareness of how this is good medicine, as they would say here. Thank you. And preserving the river, the mountains, and all in between.
it's been an honor.
Yeah.
And now I feel you know what?
The birds and the bees will keep doing their thing.
Yeah, I'm counting on that. We've graduated from that course.
We have, but the generations go on.
Yeah, no, the radical course.
Yes,
the mischief course. Yeah. Anyway, you were just randomly walking by.
Yes, we were enjoying, spring along the river. And then this is Wednesday.
Yeah.
The tender.
I'm gonna ask you how they're I have a few. The wind too. Yeah.
Where'd it go?
My garden. I live just literally about 4 minutes down the road on Cerro Gordo. And it's you wanted to, Well,
They're incredible.
I want to put this over there.
Yeah.
She's really good. She's just wandering around.
Yeah.
Although it's never and then he just goes and he and then when he comes back, somebody's racing. Right, just the same. They have I'm gonna go with Susan house. They're probably not working. She teaches my friend that Theo Boat and back painting on the door so I'm really excited.
And it's a tradition here, but it's a much longer tradition among the indigenous peoples, the first world peoples of this land. And it's such an honor to
like our internet's down again, so I'm on my cell phone here. Anybody's curious what's up here? Here's our little setup. Looking down. Connecting. So here we are on the cell phone. Can you guys hear me? Yeah.
So, like, say you borrow when you like loud when they do
But I don't.
Troy? Keido, you want people in or
outside?
But gather now?
Yes, gather.
Okay.
Oh, come in.
Okay, everyone, we'll gather around the garden. We're going to have a closing now.
We're going to all gather inside the fence.
Yeah, outside the fence.
Outside the fence?
Well,
Roshi wants us in.
okay.
Inside or out?
Right, yeah.
I have to not step on.
The plant or the bear.
Where's the bear?
Right there.
Here.
But so here and
What's that little guy with you, right beside you?
huh?
Ocean.
Roshi knows it. Okay.
Ocean. Dayun.
Yeah. No, come inside, Sagan. Sagan, come in. Don't be afraid to stand here. You're not going to stand on any mounds. Just stand anywhere you want. Yeah, wonderful. And Jaya's coming, she knows.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, Jaya knows. Yeah. Mhm.
Don't eat the tobacco. She likes the tobacco.
He's right
Aquí.
here. Aquí.
Presente.
Presente. Servidor. Servidor, right? Yeah, y las hermanas. Yeah. Oh, wonderful. Yeah, gather in, come close.
Can I tell a story?
Please.
Well,
By all means.
it's a short story, really short, so we don't beg. But a couple of years ago, I was away doing, I don't know, some mischievous thing for about 6 weeks. And there was a new well being dug here, and I was told that the cistern would go here, or the well house, or whatever. But when I came back, they'd put it right in the middle of the Three Sisters garden. And it was a month before planting time. And I got hold of Donna. Where are you? Okay, I got hold of Donna. It's like, oh my God, we've been cultivating the life in that earth, that very spot, for years and years. And I turned my back and wow. And so Donna and Jimmy and the crew just took that earth that we had been cultivating and moved it over here. I mean, I just have to bow to your gratitude because I know Roxanne knows it's a culture that you're making. And culture doesn't happen overnight. Culture happens through time. And also the tradition, I didn't want us to lose this tradition that has brought us in relationship to my beloved sister and her family. Because I feel I am required by my heart to actually build a culture that understands the significance of what it is to have the traditions that Roxanne and Porter, Alonso, and others actualize. I mean, we're colonizers here. And so, you know, it is an invitation really to understand, you know, to be kind of humble about, and also to feel this kind of remorse for what our ancestors did, and to atone and to vow to move forward with love and also the sense of connection. Why this is actually making the gills, which you have done here, is so powerful as a metaphor. You're re-signifying the power of community by building these mounds as the matrix for gills, for the differences in community and how life is enriched through those differences. And you know, it would take a farmer to quite a while to do what we did in a poof. And it's again almost a kind of doorway. We do things deeper and more joyfully together. And so I just want to thank you as we conclude this part of our planting life to what you have given. We say, giving life to life. You have done that. And now this will be nourished not only by you, but other of you in this community will come forward and say, I want to be taking care of the Three Sisters garden. So don't, and then you'll come back in the summer and you'll see this corn happening. It's like, wow. And then the dance with the squash bugs, very special dance, very special dance. And then, you know, you'll see the beautiful beans hanging off the fence. And then we had the best volunteers. A lot of you are volunteers for Upaya, cooking for the unsheltered, and
Tuck, we're gonna figure this out.
We
The
are.
city is just closing down. Pete's, we have to find a way through to take care of our unsheltered neighbors. And also those who are gravely ill. Thank you, Marilyn, for that. And Jane Steinberg, the work in the prison system. Volunteers, what is it to be a volunteer? It's someone who turns the wheel of the Dharma through offering their energy to be a benefit to others.
Roshan, I don't want to forget Henry and the beautiful Osari and the beautiful Upaya family of residents who hold space for all of us to enjoy here.
Without the practice, but also Henry has been stewarding this land. He's going to go to Tassajara this summer. So wonderful, and we look forward to his return. But you know, Henry, the other thing, you're such a heart, truly. And also all the residents here, you know, bringing together a sense of how can we truly be a community in harmony with a world that is riven with so much disharmony.
Mm.
And so thank you, Henry, and all our beautiful bodhisattvas.
Ooh.
The dogs, don't clap. The dogs.
Roshi, your beautiful reminder and prayer reminds me, I can't help it. One more little wisdom from Grandma Honey. She would say, and I think it's appropriate to say here, she'd say, alguna gente no siembra ni una semilla, pero quieren comer del mejor elote. Some people don't plant one seed, but they want to eat the best corn. Don't be like that one. No, don't be like that one, right? Yeah, give generously. Yeah, dana paramita. So, it's just this has been a blowout. This is so wonderful to be with you, Roxanne, and Roshi and Alonso, and all of you.
And Genda, you have to come up here. Sorry.
Yeah.
You know, you're very shy.
Yeah.
My younger brother.
And so as we close out, I would just invite Senko to chant for us a beautiful echo to close out our time, and then Roshi will offer incense. Yeah.
And maybe okay, I just make one announcement.
Of course, please.
So we'll be done before lunchtime, which is at 12:30. So people will have a time to take a break, to wash their hands, their face, and rest. Please give the kitchen their space to finish cooking. They're still working on lunch, so it would be hard for them if we all flooded through that area. There might be some lemonade or cookies on the back patio, but just go around and help yourself to those and kind of give leeway to the kitchen. Thank you.
Thank you. Please.
Wild seeds, all potency and emergence, teach us to change and be changed in precarious times. Today, May 31st, 2025, we have gathered here at Upaya Zen Center, Circle of the Way Temple, to plant this Three Sisters garden in the ancestral soil of the contemporary Tewa world. We dedicate this garden to Johego, those who sustain us. We have offered light, flowers, fragrant incense, and our full commitment to find cultural resilience in the medicine of the land. Together we have planted red supai corn, scarlet runner beans, 5 varieties of winter squash, red amaranth, and sunflowers. May these seeds continue to thrive, and may all beings plant life and rest in kinship with the earth. Together, all Buddhas throughout space. Sattva, Maha, Sattva's wisdom beyond wisdom, Maha, Prajna, Padamita.
And that beautiful chant from your dear teacher, Tai. It's there.
In gratitude we offer this incense to all Buddhas and Bodhisattvas throughout space and time. May it be fragrant as earth herself, reflecting our careful efforts, our wholehearted awareness, and the fruit of understanding slowly ripening. May we and all beings be
Companions of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. May we awaken from forgetfulness and realize our true home. Thank you, everyone. That concludes our time here in the garden. And we invite you to take some rest. And as Henry said, to refresh yourself and be ready to join us for convivial lunch in the dining hall at 12:30. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Keido.
Yay.
Can we help clean up in some way?
I don't
I
know.
think a lot of cleaning happened. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
You guys made light work with your many hands.
Thank you. So, you know what we say? See you around.
Good job, brother. Good job. Oh, you're the greatest. You're the greatest.
Yeah. Yeah. Wendy, did you want to say anything before we log off for the rest of the morning?
Just full gratitude to everyone, to the online community. Rest now. Feel the rest. And if you can, if there's a lemon in your life, squeeze a little bit of it for the lemon brigade and mix in a tiny bit of water from the living earth, water from the mountains, from the moonlight, water that gives life again and again and is one of the most endangered of beings in our planet time right now. And to really taste the sharpness of the lemon, the sweetness of your intention, and the depth of the water. Be refreshed until it's time to enjoy a mindful lunch. And eating, we have the gift, cloud community, of eating in silence, of really tasting the truth of the teaching, and then resting. Find your rest, deep and full, outside in the shade of a tree. It's been so beautiful for me to hear the birds of Coast Miwok territory mingling with Tewa birdsong at Upaya. So let the birds in. We've opened the doors completely here to let the birdsong in, or go out and be in the shade and savor this experience, and then prepare yourself for extraordinary teaching from the mother of the world of the Tewa, magical potter, farmer, mother, and her son, historian, traditional knowledge reviver, Roxanne Porter, and, Roxanne and Porter Swenzel. So prepare yourself for a deep afternoon. And thank you, thank you, thank you for our time together. Please trust yourselves in every way and be renewed by planting life and growing justice. Thank you, Keido. Thank you, Bonnie. Thank you, Manny, for making this afternoon and this time together possible. Thank you with all of our heart for including us so deeply, profoundly, intimately, and with an overview to this day. All love. Hold the ancestors close. Difficult or not, we're made of each other. See you this afternoon.